Hey there, my name is Kevin, and what I want to do is do a quick demo of the current work in progress of Next Trick, which is this little strategy game I've been writing in BASIC or NextBASIC for the last couple of weeks. So originally it was a few days, but as I've been as you do feature creep and changing the game and coming up with better ideas, it's kind of expanded out. At the moment, it's almost finished. All I need to do is just a few routines to kind of finalize the game. So it's basically the end of the game screen that gives you the stats and tells you whether you won or you didn't win. But anyway, what's the game about? So it's kind of like I guess it's a game of domination. So your job is to stop the bad guys, which are the Klankons, which is a unique name. I want to get the idea from. But anyway, your goal is to stop them kind of invading or basically taking over too much of the quadrant. The quadrant's this big 8x8 sector map, and each sector is a little 8x8 tile map. So you basically got like a 64 by 64 tile space to work in. Now, spread across all of this quadrant, 60 of these Klankon ships, and their goal is to kind of move, and they move in kind of real time, so you can't just sit there and wait, because they'll move around and do stuff while the game is running. Their goal is to try and take over as many planets and destroy as many of the ships in distress, which are these funny looking aeroplane things with the red lines around. Might redraw that one at some point, but doesn't matter for now. And your goal is to prevent that. So by destroying them, by discovering the planets before they get there, by rescuing the ships. Now you've got to do it within not so much a certain time, but with a certain amount of resources. So you have a limited amount of fuel or energy. You have some torpedoes and you have some shields to help you fight as you go through, kind of trying to get rid of the evil Klankon force. Okay, once you've done that, or you think you've done enough, what you do is you basically have to find the Starbase and return to it. Now the Starbase is randomly spread, and there's my screensaver again, randomly spread somewhere in the quadrant. So you've got to find that. And again, everything you do is using up fuel. So you are starting to have that challenge of defeating the bad guys and making it home and doing it within the amount of resources that you have. So I'm going to flick through these help screens. They're not very helpful, but they're more informational. Okay, now to make it harder, each of those tiled sectors has like possibility of having these Klankon vessels in them. Now they're cloaked, which means basically they're not displayed on the screen. So instead of that, what you do is when they're within a 1x1 range around your ship, it'll highlight yellow just to warn you. Now, the thing about this is they may be in the next sector. So it reads kind of a 1x1 from, if you're at the top or the bottom or the left or right, it can read into the next sector. So not always going to be that easy to find them. Okay, you got planets, you've got these ships, you got to rescue them. They will give you resources. So as you run out, they'll replenish some of them, not all of them. And as you discover them, they'll basically prevent the Klankons from kind of taking them and getting a bit more domination. Okay, and there's a few other things. The orange planets, basically ones that have invaded, so you don't want to land on those. The other two haven't been implemented yet, but they're like little bonus ones that give you all your resources back. Okay, so let's have a look at the game rather than me blurble on about it. So your game screen looks like this. On the right, and I'm going to move around, you have our sector map, which is our 8x8 tiles. Okay, it's gone yellow because it means that there was a Klankon nearby and I've just landed on it. So when you land on it, I'll hit T for torpedo, uses up a torpedo, destroys it, and you lose a shield. Now the reason you lose a shield is that it was right on top of us. Now there's two distances from your ship you can get when you land on one of those. One is right on top and one's coming into range. When it's right on top, you don't want to use torpedoes because you will get caught in the blast because it's so close, and you lose a shield. Now the two ways to die in here is one, to run out of energy, and the other is to run out all your shields. Because if you get hit and you have no shields, game over. So that's where your resources come in quite precious. Now you see there's a message popped up there because it's in real time. One of the ships obviously landed on a planet, I think it was, or attacked a ship. Okay, so if we go down here, here's a planet. Let's discover it by just moving on to it. Okay, if you're not sure what keys to press, they're all listed down on the bottom left. Okay, so I got one bit of energy back by that planet. Now it's kind of random. And you'll see as I'm traveling, oops. Okay, I got a message saying Starbase close by. So even though it's random, the close by means it's within maybe 1 or 2 sectors around where we're currently at. So it just helps make it not so impossibly difficult. Okay, now I've got a ship close by. It's gone yellow, but if I want to see exactly where it is, if I press S for scan, it just quickly blinks and reveals where it is. Okay, let's it moved and I landed on it. Damn it. Okay, so torpedoes, don't want to fire because it's right on top. If I press P for phases, they're not as accurate. Sometimes I'll miss. In this case, it hit. Let's go rescue or discover that planet. Okay, the grey ones are barren planets, which are like rock planets. Now, the grey ones will often have more energy or more resources versus the M class, which are the ones that look like the little Earths. Okay, so let's travel around. Let's go to the next sector by moving out the side. Okay, don't see much in here. Okay, as I'm moving, I'm actually losing energy. Let's scan that. Let's move away from this guy, just for now anyway. Okay, scanning uses up energy, as you just saw there. Okay, so don't want to rely on your scanners too much. Let's go to the next sector. Okay, Starbase is still close by, so not too far away. So sometimes what happens is some of these planets have life forms. Now, life forms are important because as you collect them, or I guess discover them, they potentially give you allies, which when the game's finished and you land on the Starbase, it will use the stats from all these different things you've done to try and determine whether the, I guess, the Klankons have dominated the planet, or the galaxy, Quadrant. So you've got to try and balance those things up. Let's have a look. Okay, so you could take quite a bit of time to do it this way, but what you can do is if you can press W for warp, you get a quadrant map, basically like your galaxy, and these kind of light grey ones means these are the ones we visited. Okay, you can move the mouse around or cursor around. You can land on one, maybe let's try that one. Let's press W for warp, and again this uses energy as well. Nothing here, but there's a planet. Let's visit it because I'm running out of energy. Yep, got some more life forms. There's some more allies. Okay, potential allies, I should say. Didn't get much energy, but yeah, it's probably enough. There's some M-class planets. Let's discover those. Yes, more life forms, more allies. Okay, now. Okay, I won't play this for too long and you get a bit bored watching me travel around. Oh, and I landed on a Klankon. That's alright. I can fire torpedoes safely. Let's allow the planet. Let's discover it. And more life forms. So everything you collect or discover kind of adds, and it's like this statistical balancing act at the end to determine how well you did and how much of the galaxy you've saved. Okay, planet invasion by Klankon fleet means a ship. Oh, there's another one. There's 2 in a row. Means ships have obviously landed and taken over planets. Okay, you want to try and avoid that. Oh, there's one. See the red one? That's an invaded planet. Now, I'm not going to touch that. guess my Starbase is close by. I'm going to travel across. Ah, there's a ship to rescue. Let's rescue that. Ah, land on a Klankon. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to let it shoot me. You do have a limited time to press a key. Oh, hit me. Lost the shield. Damn it. Okay, so let's rescue the ship just to show you what it does. So, ships has twobbles. Oh, they've overrun the my ship. You purge your airlocks, uses up some of your energy. Okay. And what they can do is they, once you've kind of rescued a ship, they can give you kind of random, oh, I'm really not doing well here. They can give you kind of random resources. So things like replenishing your torpedoes, your shields, and giving you extra energy. And I'm kind of running out of energy really fast. What's it going to give me? Shield. Ah, no energy. Okay, some of these ships are real tight asses. Yes, do I get some energy back? Please give me some energy. Oh, that was better. Got 12. Here's another ship to rescue. Let's see what this one gives me. Okay, so there's no problems with this one. No twobbles, no infection. And he's a tight ass, so he gave me nothing. Hate ships like that. Okay, I want to see if I can find the Starbase. Oh, close by to something. Oh, and I'll land on it. Nope, missed it with phasers. Fire again. Ah, got it the second time. Usually it'll take two. If you miss once or twice, then the third one's usually a hit. Ah, there we go. There's the Starbase. Okay, so I found the Starbase. Let's sector 1-1. There we go, just so I know where it is. Okay, you're probably noticing as I'm visiting parts of space, it's put an X on. Now the interesting thing with the X's, they do show you where you've been. Well, that's handy. Okay, I can move on there. It's not going to do anything. That's obviously the bit of code I haven't finished yet. Scan it. I'll probably run out of energy with this one. Ooh, almost. In fact, let's run out of energy and die. Why not? Is he close by? Yes, I can't. Oh, almost. I missed the second time. Let's fire one more. Got him. And game over. Okay, so that's the general flow. The whole idea is, again, like I said, stop them dominating space, get to Starbase, win the game, and hopefully this will be out in the next few days. So I hope you enjoyed that. Catch you next time.